Hi, it's Craig from Scratch Golf Life. In today's video we're going to be discussing shaft flexes, what flex you should be using and why I've decided to change from stiff flex to regular in my driver. Okay, let's get cracking. Why have I decided to change from a stiff flex in my driver to a regular flex? Well, it came from a conversation I had with a very experienced club fitter, and he told me that there's a rule of thumb. Now, this is not written in stone, but if you stick to this as a rule of thumb, you will not go far wrong. So especially if you are buying second-hand golf clubs off eBay or whatever it might be, and you can't go and get fitted for it, then this is something that you can definitely use to try and make sure that you are getting the right shaft for you, okay? Now, I'm lucky, I've got a launch monitor in here, I can get all my data up, and I've noticed that as an average now, I have an average of around 96 miles an hour clubhead speed, and around 140 to 145 mile an hour ball speed. Now, that's obviously come down a lot from when I was younger, okay? But it's, you know, unfortunately, it's an unpalatable truth that I'm getting older, I'm getting less flexible, and my clubhead speed and my ball speeds come down. The wrong thing to do would be to rebel against that and say, no, I'm a scratch golfer, of course I use stiff shafts. No, that's wrong. You must always be looking for your equipment to be of benefit to you and not detrimental to you, okay? So there's a rule of thumb that I'm going to give out here, which if you stick to, well, you'll not go far wrong, and you'll see why I've decided to change. Okay, so let's start off with the first one. If your clubhead speed is 75 miles an hour or under, or 112 miles an hour ball speed or under, then you should be using or looking to use a ladies or a senior flex shaft, okay? That's the first one. Second one, if you have a clubhead speed between 75 and 95 miles an hour and a ball speed of 112 to 144 miles per hour, then you should be looking at a regular flex. And like from what I've just said, that is where I'm sitting now. I'm sitting right at the very top of regular flex and at the very bottom of stiff flex, okay? And what I'm finding is with the stiff flex now, I'm not quite getting to peak height with my driver, and I just think with a little bit of help from the flex, it's just going to help me with that. And you know, at 96 miles an hour average clubhead speed and between 140, 144, 145 ball speed, then I'm sitting right in that very upper echelon of regular flex now. So that's why I'm getting a new driver, and it's going to have a regular shaft in it. Next one, if you have a clubhead speed between 95 and 110 miles an hour, which equates to 144 to 165 miles per hour of ball speed, then you should be using a stiff flex, okay? And then for you monsters out there, if you have a clubhead speed of 110 mile an hour or plus, or 165 miles an hour or plus ball speed, then you should be looking at extra stiff shafts, okay? So if you are looking to buy a second-hand driver, and you know, at the moment there's a load of new drivers coming out, which means that last year's drivers that are only a year old all of a sudden come down massively in price, and you might be looking for a bargain. But you know, there's no point in doing that and treating yourself to a new club and then get it with the wrong shaft. So I know that I'm very lucky. I've got a launch monitor here in my little studio in my house, and I can get all my data up. But all the golf clubs now have got an indoor studio with a launch monitor in. You know, there's hardly any that don't have that facility now. So I'm sure if you just talk to your pro and just ask if you can hit 5 or 6 drivers when you're warmed up on their launch monitor and quickly get that clubhead speed and ball speed, and then see where you fit within those parameters that you can then use to sort of like work out what flex you should be using in your driver, and you know, probably in your other clubs as well. For me, I'm just doing it in my driver for now, maybe in my 3-wood. With my irons, I'm hitting my irons great. I'm not seeing any detrimental effect from my irons having stiff shafts in, so I'm going to leave those for now. But I'm certainly going to put a regular flex into my driver based on the numbers I'm getting off the launch monitor and these parameters that I was given by a very experienced club fitter. Okay, that's it for today's video. I really hope you found it useful. I really hope that it means that you're going to get the right shafts for your game and really help you out on the golf course. So until the next video, take it easy and I'll see you then.